Welcome to another edition of Ram Center, your weekly look at Angelo State Sports. I'm your host, Vincent Salazar, and joining me today is Cameron Harris. Welcome, Cameron.
Thanks, Vincent. Happy to be here again.
On this edition of Ram Center, we'll be featuring Rams baseball highlights, Ram Bell softball highlights, and Ram and Bell basketball highlights. We will also feature a preview of the upcoming Lone Star Conference basketball tournament in March.
But before we get to that, let's go out to Foster Field where Russ has highlights from this past weekend's baseball games against the Regis University Rangers.
The Rams baseball team swept the three-game series this past weekend from the Regis University Rangers. In Saturday's first game, pitcher Steve Neymark struck out 15 batters, setting a school record and leading the Rams to a 2-1 victory. His efforts earned him the Louisville Slugger Player of the Week from collegiate baseball. J.C. Snyder delivered the game-winning home run in the bottom of the seventh inning. In the second game of the doubleheader, Blake Bass took the mound and struck out 7 while allowing only 4 hits and 1 run through 7 innings of work. Paxton De La Garza and Cameron Massengill each drove in 2 runs to lead the Rams to a 5-1 victory. Bass is now 3-1 on the season with a 1.17 earned run average and 21 strikeouts. In the series finale, the Rams' bats came alive in the first inning. Doubles off the bats of Cameron Massengill, J.C. Snyder, and Brett David sandwiched around a single led to 4 runs crossing the plate. Bryce Zack struck out a career-high 11 batters, leading to the 3-game sweep of the Rangers. David had a total of 3 RBIs in the game, with Sam Kohler adding 2 more. The Rams are riding a 9-game winning streak and will face the Cameron Aggies in a 4-game series beginning February 27th at Foster Field. For more information about Rams baseball and upcoming games, please visit angelosports.com. The Bell softball games scheduled for this past Sunday were canceled due to the potential of inclement weather.
The NBA All-Star Weekend took place just a few days ago. Let's go over to Cameron and Russ and see their take on this weekend's events.
Thank you, Vincent. Cameron and I are here one more time to talk about our rants on sports. This week we're going to talk about NBA All-Star Weekend. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part had to be the dunk contest. That's always my favorite entertaining part of the All-Star contest. Zach LaVine, forgot what team he played for, but he had a complete series of spectacular dunks. He got 2 10s in a row, I believe, and it was very entertaining from the previous All-Star game dunk contest we had before. So yeah,
pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the dunk contest. I'll tell you what I did watch. I watched the skills contest where they took a team and had a old retired dude, a current star, and a star from a WNBA. And the winning team, I believe, I could be mistaken, was one that had Scottie Pippen on it. And the reason that sticks out in my mind is during the first round, I just happened to tune in, and they had to shoot like 6 or 7 shots from a specific spot on the court, and then they had to run to midcourt and try to shoot a half court. Scottie Pippen on his first or second try, bam, from midcourt. Dude's in his 40s, but he could probably still start for half the teams in the NBA. So that's what impressed me. But let's talk about the All-Star game itself for a minute. I'll tell you, the one thing that's always kind of got stuck in my craw about the All-Star game is if you ever watch it, and I only watch maybe 15, 20 minutes of it, it's like no one wants to play defense.
That's true.
They just throw it up and down the court. I kid you not. What's the kid that won the MVP?
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Russell. I was going to say Bryant Westbrook, but that's a
Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's a running back for the Eagles. So wrong sport. Sorry, but Russell Westbrook, Thunder, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he drove down the court, dribbled under the basket, back out to the three-point line, and shot it lights out and made it. But the funny thing was, there was 3 East squad defenders down there, and not one of them ran out to contest the three-point shot. Not one.
Well, I mean, they're trying not to get hurt and waste their energy on an All-Star game. But it makes for entertaining basketball, though.
What was the final score? Like 160 or 150 something?
Yeah, like 130 to like 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah. That's the only issue. If you want good defense, don't watch the All-Star game. If you want to see some people shoot lights out, watch the All-Star game. Right. But very entertaining weekend, very entertaining stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed what little I got to see of it.
Yeah.
So, this has been Russell and Cameron, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Stay tuned. You want to stay tuned in every week because you never know what we might talk about. Shoot, we may talk about baseball next. Who knows? What do you think? Any ideas? You know what? We can talk about NASCAR. let's rant about rednecks driving in a circle all day.
What on earth are we going to talk about with NASCAR?
I don't know about how I could say something that would probably offend people about rednecks driving in a circle all day long, but I'm not going to say that. But stay tuned. You want to tune in next time? You never know what we might talk about. I'm Russell.
I'm Cameron.
And we'll see you next time.
See you. We would like to once again thank the Angelo State Athletic Department for their assistance in allowing us to use some of their highlights on the show. For more information about Angelo Sports, please visit them at angelosports.com or check them out on YouTube and Facebook. Just search for Angelo Sports.
The Rams and Bells basketball team were in action twice this past week. Let's check out those highlights.
I'm just really, really pleased with the team effort, the chemistry. We've kind of overcome a lot of adversity this year, and, we were playing good basketball, and I kept telling them I was proud of them. You're doing the right things. Your time will come. And, we've played 3 really good basketball games in about 5 days here. And so just really good for some good things to come out of it.
The Bells basketball team split their 2 games this past week, knocking off nationally ranked Midwestern State here at home and losing on the road to Cameron. In what has to be one of the biggest upsets in several years, the Bells held off the 17th-ranked Midwestern State Mustangs 55-53. Dee Rivera led the way with 16 points, while Kiana Kelly added 13. Against a very tough Cameron team, Shauna Coleman led the way with 14 points and 6 rebounds, and Kiana Kelly scored 10 and dished out 3 assists in a very tough loss. The Bells close out their season against the Javelinas of Texas A&M Kingsville on February 28th at the Janelle Center.
Just their toughness and their tenacity. I thought that everybody was really dialed in all week on the scouting report, and they did exactly what they were capable of doing. They didn't try to do too much, too less. Basketball is basketball, and they just gritted it out, and I'm just so proud of them, their effort and their heart. Huge for our team, huge for our program, just morale. Just our kids needed this. They needed it, and they deserve it.
The Rams basketball team split their 2 games this past week, beating Midwestern State by 19 on Wednesday here at the Janelle Center and losing a heartbreaker by 3 on the road in Lawton against the Cameron Aggies. In the victory against Midwestern, Demario Mayfield led the way with 23 points and 8 rebounds. Chris Jones added 13 points and 8 boards, while Rajon Kelly tossed in 12 and Omari Gadul added 11 points. In the close loss to Cameron, Marcel Holden was the leading scorer with 20 points, and Demario Mayfield adding 15 points and 6 rebounds. The Rams have 2 more games on their regular season schedule. They will visit Texas A&M Commerce on the 25th of February and close out the regular season at home here at the Janelle Center against the Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas. The Lone Star Conference Tournament will begin on March the 4th at the Allen Event Center in Allen, Texas.
That brings us to the end of yet another exciting edition of Ram Center.
As always, you can check out Ram TV6 on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Thank you, Cameron, for joining us again today. And we hope to see you all again next time here on Ram Center.